Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my breastfeeding must-haves. So let me just start by saying that breastfeeding is literally no walk in the park, okay? It's no joke. It can be so tough, but I just want to encourage you, if breastfeeding is something that you want to do, please do not give up. Just keep trying. It will get better. It is seriously so worth it. It is so amazing and one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Let me just start by saying that when I started breastfeeding, I literally knew nothing about breastfeeding. I had done some research, I had watched some YouTube videos. I thought I knew what I was doing until I had my baby in my arms and I had to feed her. And I'm like, wait a second, what the heck? What do I do? Why am I doing this? Oh my gosh, someone help. So let's get started on some of the products that made breastfeeding so much easier for me. In reality, I guess if you look at it, I mean, you don't actually need anything to breastfeed, which is really kind of cool. You really just need a boob. So if you have a boob, you can breastfeed. But these things definitely helps to make learning how to breastfeed and just the process so much easier and more comfortable. Okay, the first product on my list that you need for breastfeeding is the Haaka. So this thing is amazing. So this is something I didn't know about breastfeeding. I did not know that while your baby was drinking on one side, your other boob would be squirting milk everywhere. Like, I did not know that, okay? So it was something I learned very quickly though, and this became my best friend. So basically what you do is you just go like this, give it a little squeeze, latch on, and it creates like a suction and all the milk just pours in here. So that way you don't waste it. It doesn't just go right into your bra or onto a breast pad. You can actually save it. So I seriously believe that if you have a decent supply, you could create a big freezer stash on using this alone. Something very similar to this is this, the Milk Saver. This one is also amazing. This one's a little bit easier to use, I feel, if you don't have any help. So this one you literally can just stick inside of your bra. You put your nipple in that little hole and you just keep it there, and then while you're feeding. This one I feel like is more user-friendly and a little bit easier just because it's not something that's sticking out and has the possibility of falling off and spilling everywhere. If you have help though, and someone can kind of take your baby for you or give your baby, because it is kind of hard to position this and then like take your baby, if you know what I'm saying. But this one is so discreet and just in there. The only problem is sometimes this can fill up because this is not that much. This holds 5 ounces. And let me tell you, sometimes you can fill up the full 5 ounces. So this and this, you need them both. I think it'd be nice to have 2 of each actually, because I use these so frequently. I was constantly having to wash them. I got so annoying, but these are seriously key. I know that some people don't want to breastfeed or they're intimidated by breastfeeding because they're scared it's going to be painful. And let me tell you, it can be a little bit painful when you're trying to get your baby to learn how to latch and kind of get the perfect latch down. But don't worry, have no fear. Just have a nipple shield, okay? So I bought a ton of nipple shields. They were on sale at Walmart one day for like 75 cents or something crazy. I didn't know what size. I just bought every one, and you know. So nipple shield is so similar to how you use that, the Haaka is like you kind of bend like this. I didn't know this. I actually just learned this like after I was using this for like such a long time. But you literally just flip it a tiny bit and then suction your nipple to it so that this whole part seals to your boob, and then your baby just can go ahead and drink off of this. And let me tell you, when you're feeling a little sore and your nipples are feeling raw, this is gonna be your best friend, okay? So just have it on hand. You might never use it, you might never need it, but it might also save your nipple. Up next, you're gonna need a breast pump, okay? But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to buy the most expensive breast pump. First, always check with your insurance. So let me tell you my story, what happened. So I had my baby 3 weeks early. Was it 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks early. So I was not prepared. We were a little behind in this, getting our breast pump from our insurance game. So we waited too long. We didn't have it. I was at the hospital. I was using the hospital breast pump. That was all good and dandy, whatever. Well, guess what? My milk supply came in, and guess what? I got engorged and I was in pain. So guess what? I could not wait for my insurance pump to get here. I had to buy a pump while I was waiting. So I ended up buying this one, the Spectra. This is awesome. It is wireless, cordless? Yeah, cordless, not wireless. It's cordless. I've literally only charged this 2 times since I've had it. That's a very long time for it to hold a charge. It is awesome at holding a charge. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a breast pump, because seriously, I got this one. It's the Amita Finesse, maybe? Yeah, the Amita Finesse. And guess what? This is free from my insurance, and it's perfect. I mean, it has a little bit more, you know, parts to it. It might be a little bit more complicated to use, but it works fine. I had no problem with either pump. I kind of just used whatever was convenient for me at the time, but I would definitely check with your insurance and get it done early so you're not like me and desperate having to spend a lot of money on a pump. If you're using a pump, then most likely you're trying to create a freezer stash or just a stash in your fridge for your baby, and you're gonna need something to store your milk in. So you're gonna need some sort of breast milk storage bags. Something to check out though is with your pump, sometimes it will come with bags that you can actually hook up to your pump so that you can just pump right into the bag. You don't have to dirty up a bottle and then pour it into the bag. Check on that first. But I want to say something. When I first started storing my milk, I was like, God, I hate storing it in plastic. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's all you have or that's all you want to do, that's totally fine. But I just didn't want to be putting something in the freezer in plastic and then thawing it out in plastic. It just made me kind of uncomfortable. So I wanted to find something glass. And let me tell you, I got these glass breast milk storage bottles that hook right onto my Spectra Pump perfectly off of Amazon. They are amazing. You can freeze your milk in here. You can put it in the fridge in here. You can heat it up in your bottle warmer in here. I just felt so much more comfortable freezing it or thawing it out in glass, and I found the perfect set. So I think this comes in a pack of 6. They're awesome. They work perfectly. They hook right up to my pump. And you can also find on Amazon ones that are special for the pump that you have. But I think this is a great investment and something really, really awesome if you want to store your breast milk in something other than plastic. Something that you definitely need for breastfeeding is a breastfeeding support pillow of some type. So I went with the Boppy. It was great. You just wrap it right around your waist and then you hold your baby and it gives you that extra support and helps you be a lot more comfortable. It is so important that you're comfortable when you're breastfeeding because you're not just sitting there for a minute or two. I mean, maybe in the beginning you might be, but no. It gets much longer. You're going to be sitting there for a very long time. You're going to spend a lot of your time breastfeeding. So you want to make sure you're comfortable. There are a ton of other breastfeeding pillows as well. 2 that I would really like to try are the Snuggle Me Organic. They have their own breastfeeding pillow now, and I would also love to try the My Breast Friend. It's so hard for me to say. That pillow, that one's really nice because it actually wraps around your waist and buckles, so it's it just stays on much easier. So that would be one that I'd love to try. So it's totally up to you, but I think some sort of support while breastfeeding is very, very important. You're definitely going to need some nursing bras. So my favorite are these. They're from Amazon. You can find these anywhere though. I'm talking more about the style. So these ones are the ones that just pull across and you just, pull it to the side and get going. So they're just like a sports bra pretty much, but it just has that ability to pull to the side. I do have other ones, I have the ones that clip. I'm just not a fan of the clips. I also don't like how there's a piece always here that just never goes away. I don't know. Every time I fold it down, the pad gets all jumbled up. I'm just not a huge fan of those. They are very comfortable, but I don't love them. They may be good if you're wearing like a tight shirt and need a little extra support or whatever. But if you're just, lounging around the house your first couple months after having a baby, you just want to be comfortable. These are the best. I'm actually wearing one right now and you would never know if I didn't tell you because it just looks like a normal bra. So they're awesome. I love them. And these are from Amazon. You're also going to need, it's already in my lap. You're also going to need some nipple balm. So many people said, oh, you only need that for the first couple of days. No, you need this forever, okay? Take care of your nipples. Seriously, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use this. I don't use this every day anymore. I used to use it every day. Now I use it every once in a while, but it's nice to have. I only did need one so far, and it's only halfway gone. So I guess just a little bit goes a long way, okay? You are definitely gonna need some breast pads. So even if you have the Haaka or the Milk Saver while you're in public or while you're just wearing a shirt and you want to be, dry, you're going to need a breast pad. I at first started, I wanted to be super eco-friendly and I wanted to do reusable ones. So I bought 2 different types. I bought one that's just like cotton, just a cotton round. And then I bought some that are actually the same brand of, I think they're Bamboobies. And they're the, the extra, not padding, but extra absorbency, extra absorbent. They're extra absorbent. I at first had those and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so eco-friendly. No, I'm not anymore because I was sick of having a wet shirt all the time. I was just leaking through them. You may not have that same problem. Not everyone's gonna have that same problem, but it was a big problem for me. So these disposable ones are best for me. I would just get some of both, because now that I don't have such a huge oversupply all the time, I can get away with wearing the reusable ones, but I probably still wouldn't risk it in public unless I was wearing like a really big shirt or something. But you'll definitely need some breast pads. Something that I didn't think about right away is something to take to work with me to store my pump and the milk that I pump. So once I went back to work, I was like, oh my gosh, I need something like yesterday. So I ended up ordering a couple of different bags like this on Amazon to store my pump and the milk that I pump, obviously. And I had some really bad fails the first couple that I ordered. They were just so cheap and chintzy, no matter how cute they were. So I ended up having to go with something more practical. This one is awesome. It was, I don't know, I think it was under $40, but it has the space for you to use for like your lunch. There's a fork from my lunch a long time ago. So that was something I didn't want to have to do. I didn't want to have to bring a lunch bag and a pump bag, because I just feel like that was a lot of bags. So this one's nice because you can put your lunch in the top, and you can put a freezer pack, and then the bottles or bags of milk that you pump during that day. And then the bottom is a huge section where I have the things that I showed you in this video, where you can put your pump. And my pump's huge, okay? This pump is huge, like it's really big, and it fits in there with all of its parts. And I would highly, highly recommend this bag if you're gonna be a working mom while trying to breastfeed. This is a definite must-have. Or if you're just gonna be traveling a lot or whatever, or if you just want it for fun, heck, do whatever you want. You're a rock star. A couple of other things that I think that you need for breastfeeding that have seriously saved my life are a bottle warmer. So at first I was like, I don't need a bottle warmer. I can just boil water and put the bottle in. It's no big deal. No, you need a bottle warmer. It's like $15 and it makes things so much easier. Boiling water takes some time, and let me tell you, when your baby's hungry, you don't have time to boil water. I mean, you might, but I didn't want to, so bottle warmer I think is a necessity. Also, a bottle sterilizer I think is so important, because even if you're not using bottles, you're going to be using pump parts or your Haaka or your milk saver or whatever, pacifiers. You're going to need to sterilize them. And like I said, who has time to boil water all the time? Just put it in the sterilizer, push the button, and you're good to go, okay? With the sterilizer, I'm not sure if all sterilizers need this, but you'll need distilled water. Not really sure why, but you do. And I love our sterilizer, but there are a ton of sterilizers, so, you know, whatever. And you'll need a bottle brush and some bottle soap. I did use special bottle soap for Harper. I still do. Whether or not that's a necessity, I'm not sure, but we do. And I think that's all. Also, if you have a sterilizer, then you don't really need any kind of drying rack, but it wouldn't hurt to have both. I don't have a drying rack because I just use my sterilizer, and my sterilizer also dries my stuff, but you know, it's totally up to you. So here is the bottle sterilizer that we have. We got the baby Brezza, but literally all you do is you just put your stuff in there and you put some distilled water. Well, let me show you actually. You just put the distilled water in under there, then you put all your stuff in there, and then you just close it up, and then you would turn it on and push start, and then you're done. You really don't have to do anything else. It's so helpful, and I would highly recommend some sort of bottle sterilizer. Here's the bottle warmer that we have. Like I said, I seriously think this was under $15 on Amazon, and it works fine for us. I definitely think it's important and makes things a lot easier. One more thing I just want to throw in there really quickly is that in the hospital, when you're first trying to learn how to breastfeed, it can be really overwhelming, okay? Because you just had a baby, there's so much going on, you're emotional, you don't want people telling you what to do, you don't want people hovering over you, but it is so important. Take that time and abuse it. Ask every question that you can, and seriously just soak up all the knowledge that's around you, because everyone is just there to try to help you. And don't get frustrated and don't get like overwhelmed if it's not working out. It will. Just give it some time. And also another tip that I want to throw in there really quickly is that if you have the ability to see a lactation consultant, do it. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see a lactation consultant. I need it right now. And then our appointment was in like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And by that time, I felt like I was doing good. I felt like I don't need one anymore. But I still kept my appointment, and I went. I'm so thankful that I did, because she helped to, one, reassure me of the things I thought I was already doing right, and then also just give me some more tips and tricks, and it was so helpful. So a lot of people's insurances cover that. So if you have the chance, please do it. It's worth it, even if you think you know it all. But okay, I'm done talking now. Alright guys, well that sums up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it's helpful to you in some way. If it is, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments below what videos you want to see next, and I will see you next time.